And welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and today's Free Pattern Friday! Yay! I don't know why I'm so excited about Free Pattern Friday all the time. I'm retired, and every day is kind of like, a free day, so it's all good. It's all good. But today we're bringing you a very beautiful picture frame block, because I've had, I don't know how many requests from viewers to deal with their larger scale graphic prints. So here's a really good one for me to show you. But first, we want to introduce you to the Melody of Sewing. Now, her YouTube channel is going to be in the notes below, as well as our Facebook group, where we have lots of fun sharing pictures, and we're making use of the rooms and having virtual sew dates and everything else, as well as the Zoom link for our monthly sew date. Now, the monthly sew dates are all listed out already from now until the end of until December of 2023, and then we start a new list that you can now write down on your calendar. But we are having a lot of fun on those days, and bring what inspires you, not what I've shown you, but bring what inspires you. Now, we're going to start this pattern. The cutting instructions, everything are in the show notes below as well, so make sure you pick them out or check them out. Okay, so come on in. We've got a lot of sewing to do today. Okay, so this is a picture frame variation. I've had lots of requests from you about what to do with these fabrics, these kind of fabrics. They're large scale graphics, and it's like you get them in your stash and you struggle with them, right? So this is a block that comes together really cute, and it's lots of fun. So we're going to start out with doing the hardest parts first, which is doing these. We're going to take, oh, I got the wrong foot on again. Anyways, we'll change the foot. You know what happened? I'm going to put this back before you guys get confused. My mom's machine, the black one, had to go into the shop for its yearly spa visit and get all lubricated and everything really good. And to keep it in really good working order, that's what you got to do. So while we're filming this one, she's in the spa. So Mom's machine is in the spa. The other thing that's happened is something has happened to this finger, and it started swelling too much, and all of a sudden my wedding ring felt really full, like really tight on my finger. Somebody said they thought I got bit or whatever, but I mean, that could be. But I can't get my wedding. I got it off in time before my finger swelled up so much. It was just like big puffy everywhere. So I'm hoping to get my wedding ring back on. So anyways, let's get back to the block. We're going to do the hardest parts first, which is sew up these little 1.5 inch by 8.5 inch strips. Now the cutting instructions are all going to be in the show notes below. And I pulled all of the scrap out of my glue bin because I'm overrun with glue. And I thought, okay, we'll get a bunch of stuff done and cut, and everything will go well, and it'll be fine. I'm just going to run the 4 of them through all at once. This is such a cool project. If you had with the fabric, you could probably run, all of it and then have little bits left over. I mean, this works when you're putting it in a quilt. This works best with sashing with cornerstones. So you have a little cornerstone at the corner of these things, and it makes it look like there's a little 9 patch, right? So it's kind of a cute little thing to do. Okay, and get that one off. Yeah, the hardest part about this block. So you're going to just quickly finger press to the black or the dark navy. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty block. And I saw this. I can't even tell you where I saw this. And I thought, it's so versatile. Okay, because whatever size you have of this, okay, that's what you make your 2 strips, right? Your 2 long strip splits, right? So if this was, in this case, this is 8.5, right? So if it wasn't a 6.5, right, what you would do is just make these pieces 6.5. If it's 10.5, then you would make them 10.5, right? So it comes together really quick. This measurement here for these, because this is a 1.5 being sewn to a 1.5, this is always going to be a 2.5, right? Simple. Very, very simple little block to make. And you can make it many different sizes and get those large scale graphics out of your stash, right? Or your scrap stash, right? So some people, like I say, they get them in there and all they do is struggle with them. So that's not a good thing. Nobody should struggle with anything. We're still doing free speaking engagements for the Quilt Guilds because we're trying to help them out. And I've done a couple and I'm getting positive feedback. And it's lovely to see all of what the ladies are working on. I just enjoy that part of it so much. It is so great. Just running a quick leader ender through. This is probably why I have so many orphan blocks. And if you're not following the orphan block challenge on Wednesdays, it looks like that pile is growing all the time. So, press quickly to the black or the dark. Press to the dark. This was a pale blue and a navy stripe. So I thought, okay, now we start assembling the block. We're going to assemble this just like a 9-patch. So the first thing we do is we take this, we line up the edge, and we go like that. Now some people, they want to press them open. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. That's your block. You do you the best. And I mean, I just pressed it open because it's a little faster. And I wanted to show you guys something fast and quick for Fridays. Because, you know, we all struggle, right, with stuff. There. Okay. Last one through. I'm going to put it like this. Just like so. Now this technique is called webbing. It is an amazing technique to learn, and it has saved me from messing up where blocks are, how blocks are sewn together so many times. I can't tell you how many times. It's actually, excuse me. It's actually saved me from making a bunch of horrible mistakes on blocks by learning how to do webbing. Okay, we'll get that off. Okay, and all you do now, like you would have, if you're making a quilt, you would have them all lined up and ready to go, right? So here we are, just like that. This is all sewn together. This part needs to come, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece first and put it on the end. Suddenly, I have got a cough. And you line them up. There we go. There we go. Nice. Let me get that little block off. Then your next one goes just like so. Move this out of the way. Here we go. Just like that. This is fun fabric. Can't remember what it is. I had just like part of the salvage. I don't even know what this fabric is. But it's because it's scrap, right? It's a part of a donation I got, so I have no idea how old it is. But it's an oversized scrap, overscale, so it's qualified to do what we need to do here today. So, and the shiny little corner frames. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And line that up, sew it down. Okay, get another leader ender. Like you would do, if you're going to do a lot of them, you would do a lot of them at once, right? So if you want to do, like, because I'm only doing one, and I want to get it off the machine, right? Yeah. Okay, so now you've got all of this. So what we want to do, we lay it all out. Yes, it's still sewn the right way with the light against the dark. So what we want to do now is we want to do that first over. Now, you have to make up your mind, are you going to sew it this, like where the inside goes out or the outside goes in, right? So mine wants to fold where the inside would go in, because that's where, because these want to go out, right? So the path of least resistance on this block would be to press out. Now, once I get started, I just put this down and I line it up. I want to make sure that they nest really well, because that's going to provide you with a really sharp, beautiful corner. And now, I'm just going to move this out of the way, because now it's in my way. My lovely little design board is in my way. So what I want to do is I want to make sure I've got the next bit, because I'm one string past, and I want to make sure that lines up perfect. And it does. Go. This is the sewing machine I take to retreat. The one that's in my go bag. It's been neglected throughout the pandemic. I take it out, I oil it, I play with it every once in a while, but I mean, in reality, it's been neglected. So, yeah, it's nice to see this one out. It makes a totally different sound than Mom's, but that's okay. That's okay. Everybody has to find their own voice. Okay, now we sew up the last seam, right, just like so. We're going to press that out that way and go out like that, and that's, maybe that'll lie flatter. Does it? Of course not. Okay, nope, because it's going to have issues. Okay, it doesn't matter what I do, it's going to have issues where it's lying flat. Okay, well, we'll just get the last one. We'll give it a good press before we get to that ta-da moment. So the last one, again, the middle block goes in. This block here goes in. The rest of it goes out. Then I've got my needle down so I can pop it open. There we go. Get that one ready to go in and out. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm supposed to go this way. Okay, I sewed that one. I'll give it an extra little press. Okay, I'm going to show you what I did. I made a... No, I didn't make a mistake. It's all good. It's all good. I was going to say, if you make a mistake and the seam actually starts going the wrong way, you can fix it very quickly just by clipping the seam. And a lot of people are kind of, what do you mean? And you clip the seam only up to, but not including the stitch line, right? So if one of my seams had flipped on me, which it hadn't, then I would fix it just by clipping it instead of unsewing it and unpicking the seam apart where it nests. So I thought I'd pick this one. I'd sewed this one wrong. So if I did, I would just clip this so that it would fall the right way. And you would clip both sides of this line so it does move in the right way. So reduce bulk. So let's get to our ta-da moment, because this is looking pretty good. Okay, here's our big ta-da moment. This is what we can do with our large scale graphic prints that are just wild. This one came together so quick. And the hardest thing about this is sewing these two strips together. That's it. You know, so it comes together very quick. It's a really cute way to show off your large scale prints. So I hope you give this a try. It was a lot of fun to make. And if you like what you're seeing on this channel, please share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, comment. Comment helps us so much on the analytics. And I would love to send you an invitation for our next virtual sew date on Zoom, or, you know, for a Facebook group or whatever. So anyways, until we meet each other again, you guys take care and have a great day. Bye! My husband and I would love to thank you for all of the amazing people that we have met along this crazy YouTube adventure that we've been having. We do free speaking engagements too, so if you're part of a guild and they're looking for, you know, people to talk and, you know, and chat with, you know, in their monthly meetings, tell them that I'm doing free ones just to help the guilds out, because it's been a tough time for the guilds as well. You know, share, like, and subscribe with your friends. You know, make sure that they're, you know, they get the word out on us. That's the best way you can do to help us out. So until we meet again, I want to thank you. Okay, goodbye.